Okay. Hello, I am Soli. Today I'm going to play other alternative options I didn't choose in day one. Before starting, I want to say this game or this video is not for the minor audience. You should probably watch other videos on YouTube. If you want, I have other video on my channel. I date with skeletons. Yeah, when I say that, it sounds so abnormal, but yeah. This game is only for 18 plus and 18 plus, yes. If you're underage, please watch on other videos on YouTube. Or, I don't know, just watch a friendly movie, I guess. Whatever, I'm going to start.
Well, I'm your boyfriend.
Definitely not. But I'm hungry and homeless.
Isn't that why you're here?
Definitely, why am I here? Why didn't you take it otherwise? My boyfriend. Why would he assuming we are in a relationship? There's an awkward silence as the stranger sits, patiently, waiting for my answer. Okay, we choose path I didn't choose before, so dinner sounds nice. I guess. It's not like I'm doing anything anyways, and it will be nice break from the monotony. Girl, this is not the truth. Okay, I'm not going to comment that. God knows I could forget my problems for a few hours. So why don't you just watch, get a movie or watch something or do something like, I don't know, go to bar, dance. Not the guy you just meet with, go to the date. And no, this is nothing wrong. This is nothing wrong with the date with something you just met, but if the guy assumes himself is your boyfriend in the first meeting without knowing your name or you know his name, I think sounds very creepy. And this guy seems interesting enough to keep my mind off things. Really? That's great. He beams. Okay. Cute face. Taking hold of my hand into his own. I will see you tonight at 7. He was about to stand up from the bench, but I paused abruptly when he realized that he was forgetting something. Oh, I almost forgot. We need a place to meet up. Sorry, I know that I sound absent-minded, but I'm just excited. How about the old dinner town? It's nice and quiet, so no one will disturb us. Quiet. No one. I don't know, but you didn't see the red flags, girl. The dinner downtown? Which one? You know, the one... You work it. Bravo. Just we choose the right path to pass that. Okay. Nope. Great. See you tonight. And just like that, he hurries up with a leap in every step, looking at he too had just won the lottery. I think he won the lottery. How could you be this naive? I watched him as he disappeared down path that bends around a shallow hill and out of the view. The park was quiet again, and the serene loneliness set in once more. It's just me and a few songbirds singing in a nearby tree. I sit for a while, replaying the strange encounter in my head a few times. I suppose that I should be flattered that he took such an interest in me. Why you are thinking so down of yourself? I can tell if meeting someone like this is normal or not. It's not normal. It's nothing like I see it in movies or television. But then again, if I were a little bit attractive, maybe it will be so normal that it will be almost annoying. I think it's creepy, not annoying. Creepy annoying. I feel my cheek flush as I think about him. Can I have the pleasure? A child my creeps from my creeps from the corner of my mouth. He must be as new at this as I am. Laughing in the bed, back audience and clapping. here. Rose? Seriously. G. Thanks. Oh, I'm going to beach. I look at the creepy black ribbon. I wonder if there's a card that reads, "To my future murderers." I should have chosen this option, not that I don't want to be a jerk, but it is hilarious. Not all that thrilled with the gift as I placed it courteously on the table in front of him. His face dropped as he reached out to take them back. Oh, I'm sorry. If you don't like them, I can head out and get you something else. What do you like? Daisies? Yes, I like daisies. Sunflower? I like lilies. I felt my arm, annoyed with how pathetic he was being. Oh, there's a beach option. There's a bench option in this game too. We can be a bench. How this is changed the story, I really wonder in the letter. Come on, you show me up the late. Bring me some roses that look like they came from the Unreal home. And I had to buy myself a milkshake while waiting for you. Do you think some cliche roles are going to make up for this? His shoulders falls. Holding the rose close to his chest, he mutters awkwardly.
I'm so sorry. I'll pay for the milkshake.
You better. He's a pathetic little guy, isn't he? He's bending over the backwards to try and make it up to me. How did you know I work here anyways? Waiting to know why he know about this place, I stir my milkshake and wait as he fumbles over his thoughts. I walk by here often almost every day. In fact, I catch a glimpse of you through the window whenever you're working, so that's how I know. I mean, I try to come in to see you, but I lose my courage every time. Well, that's not creepy or anything. Oh. I wonder if we're going to be a bench to him. If we're going to kill or hurt some our friends more fastly or slowly, I don't know. He sinks more into his head. I'm sorry. I think you're going to say this word more often in the future. He's that's why I don't want to be a jerk. Even if he is a killer, it's just jerk of me to say this thing. Don't be a jerk in real life. Even pretty eyes look up to mine. I will make it up to you. I will take you to a nice place next time, and I will be more pansexual. I couldn't pronounce a basic word. Okay, bravo, Sully. I promise. He clutches the rose to his chest, if in a prayer. This man is desperate, isn't he? Yeah. He is acting like a drowning man, mentally pedaling to keep his head above the water. I reach up for my milkshake after my tummy rumbles at me, while slacking more eating. As the thought of ice cream chilling my parched tongue passes, I think about the empty fridge at the apartment. Nothing in but the ice. I say I'm hungry. I choose to go on a date with somebody. I say I'm homeless or very hungry. I did say that. Nothing in the bed is ice trays and sauce packets. I could go for a decent meal at a better place. Pulling the soft treat closer to me, I start eating, I think this is so rude. So jerkish. The thing to do to some, even you don't know the people, is too jerkish to do. Keeping the creep man in my suspense. If you think he's a creep, don't hang out with him then. I take my time, intentionally ignoring him whenever he tries to start a conversation. I feel so bad for him right now. I don't want to choose bench roles. I want to choose, I don't know you, but I think you're a good person in the deep down, but please don't hang out with me option. It was surprising that he didn't content his bruises and left already. He must be very desperate to want to make it up to me. I lick the spoon clean with a satisfaction, fine, and lean back in my seat. Alright. I suppose I could give you a second chance. I mutter, mainly to myself, and lick the piece of cream from corner of my lips. His posture immediately straightens. Really? You mean it? But you had better be on time and bring chocolates. Okay? I do love chocolates too. I order before standing up from the table, talking next to him. I pointed to the napkin dispenser on the table. Write your number and I might call you when I get some spare time. Yes, of course. He stutters, snatching a napkin and pulling a pen from his pocket. He quickly writes down his number on the paper before handing it to me. I will do better, much better next time. Taking the napkin. I look at the number and notice that there is no name on it. Are you trying to be anonymous or something? I show him the napkin that tapped my finger where a name should be. He goes eerily quiet. The uneasy, pathetic expression that he wore turns to pure disgust. My name's a joke, you know. To be honest, I would prefer to go by whatever you prefer to call me. What? You hate your name that much? He nods before looking back to me. He secures the pen. You can call me... You can call me Katma. For all I care, that's what I deserve for such a terrible evening. No, you don't call yourself that. You did have a point. Okay, how about... Blue. Points. How about blue 1.0? He seems pleased with what I came up, despite how silly or tacky it might have been. I give his name 1.0 because we are going to play other blues too, so I don't want to be... I don't know. He gives it a smile and nods. He writes it down on the fragile bit of disposable paper before handing it back to me. I like that a lot better, really. Just pay for my... why am I so bench? I rolled my eyes before taking my... some really classic... It was getting dark after all, and I don't like walking home at night. I'll walk by the waitress and tell her that the guy in the sleeves hoodie was paying for the check. Oh, how rude am I? Okay, it can be date, but you can pay your own eating. Like a Germans. I don't know. She could tell that I was in one of those moods and just shrugged silently. I didn't look back before I left. It was getting cold outside and I could feel my skin grow goosebumps. Maybe it was the dropping temperature or the ice cream cooling me from the inside out. I don't know. I glanced back at the dinner that make sure that creepy blue 1.0 wasn't following me. He sat twisted around the booth, watching me leave. He waved, but I turned and kept walking. I took a sharp, unusual turn down the road opposite where I live, just in case. It will take more time to circle back and get home, but better safe than sorry. I think he already know where you live, like I did say. By the time I passed the dinner a second time, he was no longer in the booth by the window, but the waitress was cleaning the place from his table. At least the weirdo enjoy a meal, my stomach growled bitterly. Next time, I will make him order me everything on the menu, just out of spite. Damn, it's getting cold out. I think your heart is cold. Well, I'm going to call this character as a bench. When back at my place, I groan loudly when I overhear my roommate and their study partner doing much more than studying. Walking by the room, I pound loudly on the door. Other people are trying to live here, you know. I yelled before storming into my room. Is it wow? Flopping into my I like the lamp. Flopping. Why this is such an invention to me? Like in the first people saw in there's electricity. Why am I that much surprised by that? Flopping into my bed, face down and limbs out, I let a long, miserable groan. Miserable. I take a moment to rest before rolling over onto my back and start at the ceiling. With a napkin in my hand, I look at the sloppy handwriting. Giving a scoff, I toss it to the floor by the bed. Meh. I'm not even going to bother with him right now. I have so much to deal with at the work tomorrow that I don't need Winnie creepy on my mind. To try to even get undressed, I roll over and drift to sleep. To choose this because I didn't choose in the part 1, in the first video. The discomforting silence only grows. Still, unsure and confused by the situation, I couldn't find the words. It was just so sudden. He seems to take the hint and pulls his hand away from mine. Looking away, he chuckled awkwardly. Hey, I get if you don't want me to be your boyfriend. I just thought I will take the chance to ask you out. He's quite tripping me. He's doing a terrible job, but at least he's taking the hints rather than pushing it. Well, it's just that I don't even know you, so don't worry, I get it. He says, not at all expressing disappointment, but more along the lines of showing understanding. I suppose I will be a little weirded too if some random strangers came up and asked me out on a date. Flattered, but still a little uneasy. He's taking the rejections well, no tantrum or pressure of any sort. Thank God. I better get going then. It was nice talking to you though, he says, looking back over to me and giving a smile before getting himself up off the bench and taking his leave. I watch him walk off, feeling sort of terrible for how things ended the way they did. Maybe I will apologize to him if I ever see him again. Maybe you not. I stay in the park a little while longer after that odd event. I didn't know if I should go after him or just shake it off and enjoy the rest of my afternoon. I think it could make sense, and I choose, okay, this is a normal, but I'm going to choose something I didn't choose, so this reason I'm going to choose, are you stalking me? You've been watching me? You've been watching me? Are you serious? And what kind of creep are you? But it's not like that. He reaches his hand towards my shoulder in an attempt to console and calm me down. Not wanting his greasy grubby hands anywhere on me, I flinch away in shock and disgust. Don't touch me! Don't touch the child! I hiss at him, and then turn and storm off the florist shop. I don't look back. So this is how the story goes. Oh, he has a blade. His hand is bleeding. Bleeding. There's a blood in his hand. I realized just right now. It's finally getting dark out. I hate walking home at night, and after crossing paths with the crazy stalker, I have a good reason. I'm going to die. And now I'm later than I wanted because I was trying to take a longer, less traveled path home, just in case that creepy guy know more about my habits. I'm freaking out to see the last panel. I'm going to make it home or I'm going to die. Shit. I need to find a new place to hang out at and probably new job. Oh, am I going to die? Okay. Whew. I storm into the apartment and slam the door behind me before doing another full body shudder. I hear the remaining sound of my roommate and study partner in the kitchen come the abrupt silence after I unceremoniously arrive home. I raced by my bedroom then. They have a habit walking around naked after their study session. I don't even know to see if they're dressed this time. In my room, I flop down my bed and muffled frustrated scream with my pillow. After a moment, I roll over my back and stare at the ceiling, trying to forget about my day, trying to forget about him. But before I fall asleep from sheer exhaustion, my last thought was simple wish. Man, I hope I never see the weirdo again. But you are a game character, honey. I suppose we are going to choose I suppose right now. He tries to keep a cool composure as I accept his offer, but I can see in his eyes that he is struggling not to bust all over the walls. Okay, dude. I know that he still has a thing for me. He's still. We just met like half an hour ago. It's not a long time for. Whatever. But this time around, he wasn't pushing it and was instead respecting my not wanting to date. You think so? He glanced at the rose that was still in his hand and then held it out to me. My mind goes black for a second before I found myself nodding. Thanks. You don't have to do it though. No, I insist. He smiles and likes me to cashier. He pulls out a wallet and thumbs through some small bills while the florist grabs the rose and places it on the stark white box. With the rose pursuit, he hands the box to me. Shall we get going? Yeah, let's. I leave the store with him and together we walk to my apartment. The walk is surprisingly nice, and two of us back and forth in conversation. Blue, surprisingly, did most of the talking. He kept going on about his job and product taster. What product he test, and how most of product were cheap junk. Oh, that makes sense. That will give my answer. Once we arrive at my apartment, Blue looks down at me and tucks his hand into his pocket. Well, home sweet home. He grins shyly. We stand in the hallway. Neither of us knowing exactly what to say next. I start hearing the sound of my roommate and their study partner messing around inside. Blue hears them, too, and his eyes get a bit wide. I cringe over the sound and mental images of two and kitchen countertop flashes in my mind. Blue was avoiding eye contact and his cheeks were getting flushed. He was imagining the same thing too. I never felt so embarrassed. More or less. I'm rather hesitant to open the door in front of him, understanding my reluctance to go inside from both my promiscuous roommate and my insecurity of having total stranger outside my apartment. He stepped away to give me a little space. Well, I better get going then. When did you wanna meet up? I mean, when you get that time? I think for a minute. Shit. I work all the day this week, not a single day of my name. Don't know. Tomorrow is a slow day since it's Sunday. You can come over if you like. It's a small mom and pop dinner by the record store. He already know where you work at. Having me pose a customer to extend your break time? Delicious. I like it. He flashed a wary smile before turning and walking. What am I playing? He flashed a bright smile and before turning and walking down the hall. I will be there around noon then. He looks over his shoulder, smiles and waves as he saunters further down the hallway and towards the exit. I don't know which choice was going to give us a happy ending or this game has a happy ending at all. I think most happy ending will be Blue gets some therapy and we get some, I don't know, we help him to go to therapy. I think it's a happy ending for this story. But it's just my own opinion, not that I do know anything about this game ending or the story itself in that detail. Everything was quiet at my apartment, except for the rummaging sound of my roommate's study partner in the kitchen. I shut my eyes and I walked past. They have a habit of walking around naked after their study session, and I don't even want to see if they were dressed this time. I think this ending is same with the other ending. We don't open the lamp, turn the lamp. I don't bother turn on the lights in my room. I float down on my bed, face first into the mattress and lips spread out like a star. Letting out a loud long groan, I eventually roll onto my back and stare up the ceiling. It was rather eventful day. I got a little quiet time and I even made a new acquaintance despite how we get up the wrong foot at first. Too tired to get up and find a vase or glass for the rose, I rest it on my nightstand. Cute. I don't bother getting undressed. I pull a blanket over myself, roll over, and let myself drift off to sleep. And the blue is gone. Okay, this was the end of the story. Day 2 will going to be uploaded after this video finished editing. I talk to myself right now. Whatever. Thank you for watching. Have a good day or night wherever you are. Have a good day or night. Goodbye. Bye bye.